Hello, internet friends. Welcome to, I guess, Quest 2. The first one took like an hour. So we are now on Shadowed Remnants. Patch 6.2 Final Fantasy XIV MSQ Journey. Wherever I turn, there's darkness as far as I can perceive. The only source of light here is ourselves. The opposite was true in the first. It seems the minions are content to gawp for now. Let's carry on. Yeah, Shadowed Remnants. We get some cookies. Varshan's gonna give us some cookies. Let's go. Varshan wears a look of quiet determination. Warding scales exhibits no change. Should be safe to remain here and begin our search. But whether now? I would sense Ajhdaya were she remotely near, but there is nothing. Would you? Would all your dragon senses via your dragon avatar flung across the who knows how far away still sense it? Might you not call to her? Let her know that you have come. She's been here for how long? Alas, this vessel is not capable of calling across vast distances. For that, I require my true form. Even were it possible, a dragon's call is born upon ether. It is liable to draw more void sent to us. That's true. That's true. Okay. I see. In any case, there is little exploration to be done, but we are confined to this isolated isle. I propose we begin by learning what we can from the castle's occupants. Understanding of their ways may prove useful to our cause. Very well. Let us hope a few of them are capable of speech. They'll all remain vigilant while we go about our inquiries. We reconvene afterwards. Ah, yes, the standard Final Fantasy XIV. Talk about something, then go talk to the locals, then come back and talk about what the locals talked about. The TV stuff got messed up. Long story short, they called me at 7:30 a.m. to say they were here to deliver it, only at the wrong address, so waiting for them to reschedule the delivery. What the heck, Teddy? Well, that's pretty cringe. I'm sorry. That's real crap. Unfortunately. This one does not but stare. Yeah, I mean, yep. Yep. A feral void scent. Grrr. Grrr, grrrg. The creature snarls and glares at you. It is unlikely that you will learn anything from it. But they clearly have a bit of a pack mentality or whatever. They're smart enough to know like we're the alpha now or something. Like they're not engaging us in any way. They're just kind of floating around now. These weird double skull things are, they have a face and with another face. Some seem willing enough to converse. Whether they have the ability to do so is another matter. A watchful void scent. Oh, what enticing ether you have. Give me some. Give me some. What? If only I were stronger, I'd be able to eat you. Fine, fine, I'll find someone else to eat. While able to communicate, this one seems to think only of feeding in order to take your inquiries elsewhere. So it's definitely a bit of a dog eat dog or void eat void world, huh? Yep. Standard Japanese body horror. Top half. Never mind. Ugh. Like the prevailing tongue in Norrant, language of this world bears a resemblance to our own. Maybe assume that they share a common ancestor. Forlorn void scent. What is he, like singing? Mistress's eyes are beauteous, sublime. To bask in her gaze is bliss. But now she's gone. Never again will I feel her gaze. No mistress, no orders. What am I to do now? What am I to do now? Creature mutters endlessly to itself, not sparing you so much as a glance. And fearful void scent. This boy got big wings, big sword. That sword is actually huge. What the hell? Compared to me. I serve, I obey. Please don't eat me. A dragon? What's that? Does it taste good? I don't know anything about it. Don't know anything about anything. But the one we caught recently, they seemed to know lots. We threw them in the dungeon. But clever ones are tasty. They might have been eaten already. You learned all you can from this void scent. If you look into the dungeon, you may be able to find the clever one it mentioned. The clever one? New character? Returning character? This is a cool storytelling device, though, is you clear the dungeon, and then we did this last time too. And the dungeon becomes kind of like a little social space kind of thing, or the next part of the level. A lot of other dungeons in the MSQ don't do this. You just go in the dungeon, then immediately leave. I had nothing to share. While those I approached had no will to fight, neither were they capable of holding a conversation worth the name. And my experience was much the same. Lower rung void scents tend to have lower intelligence, 'twould seem. A pity Scarmiglione is dead. He was talkative, at least. Well, do things die when they're void? Do they go back somewhere? Do they rematerialize? I guess their aether just goes kablah. What of you? Well, I talked to all the other ones that had the quest baubles above their heads. A clever void scent in the dungeon. That would be the area in, oh, sorry. That would be the area in which we emerged. I didn't give Vistinian his voice in the previous one. My bad. Indeed. Let's take ourselves back there and find this void scent. Preferably before its fellows make a meal of it. We did walk right past all that stuff. To the dungeon, then. None of the dungeon was explorable, though. We had to just do the path. Does it teleport us automatically? Nope. So there's going to be more paths potentially in here. This is behind that throne. Seat of the foremost. It's just you get to just walk back through the dungeon, look around. Kind of like explore mode. Yeah, kind of. Oh, hello. I can't survive without someone to give me ether, but where, oh where will I find a new master? How are you talking? Is the horse talking to me? I think the horse is talking to me. The armor on top is the horse's weapon. Hey, what's this big jar platform thing right here in the middle? Probably super dark on stream. It's not very bright for me either. Oh. Giant void dog. Multiple giant void dogs. I can look at all these portraits now. This one right here isn't all smudgy and weird. We know from the trailer there is a new character coming into the story, though. I wonder if that's them. This one right here. prey we caught are weakened in the dungeon before being served up to the mistress. Tenderizing, she called it. And that's the way she used to like it. Ugh. I mean, I guess you have to survive off consuming ether in any form on this world, considering that there's not a whole lot left of it. But that eventually does mean that it will just kind of floof off into nothingness. I guess this is what's happening, is that it's... Is this representing the breaches and the slow destabilization of this whole area? Eventually it'll all just be goo. Wolfger. Indeed, Wolfger. What about Gur Woof? Ever think of that one? We don't actually walk that huge outside path. We just kind of go, you just port. But you see here, there's all this into the castle. Because we were up here inside this area before. And then I guess the top section is where we were also. It also goes way up into the void clouds. Oh. Oh, the manservant. It's like a... It's a really gross model. But there's only the one dungeon here. We call it the fourth. The Mistress's Orders. Oh, because they're from Final Fantasy IV? But the Mistress is gone and her orders with her. Rats can infest this castle for all I care. How are you talking to me with your scarf tongue lapping out of your face hole? This is a jailer. The weird flower thing. No one comes and goes from this dungeon without permission. For you, though, I'll make an exception. Go on, go. Not because we walked through here and killed a whole bunch of you. This new bomb model looks really cool. It's getting a little dork. It's getting kind of dork down here. You just phased in from nothingness? And the warden. Look at his weird little head. Food for the mistress's consumption is kept in these cells. With the mistress devoured, we're free to help ourselves. But the clever one is strong. Another warden went in to devour the clever one, but he hasn't come back out. Oh. The clever one is... Really? Could this be the clever void scent? There appears to be someone within. I mislike the feel of this. Stay on your guard. There are fouler things than orcs in the deep places of the world. Little Gandalf? Little Gandalf for you? Little 4:30 p.m. Gandalf? We know who this is. Yep, that is not the new character. Hello, fan theory, possibly us. Are you gonna talk? That'd be creepy. Yep, it's gonna tark. Tark? It's gonna tark! It's tarkin!
You are the friend.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Xenos. You're the Void Scent bound to Xenos. Didn't you fade away when Xenos fell? I don't think Void Scent do that, but that'd be an interesting question to ask. I don't know if he's aggro.
The disgraced prince you yourself laid low?
Mm-hmm.
I see it now. The bottomless darkness. The insatiable hunger. The aura was present when we faced him in Garlemald. When Xenos died, its connection to the source was severed. It was forced to return to the void.
Xenos. Yes, that was his name. And you are the friend, are you not?
Friend is a strange word. What if you're also a Reaper when you do this? Because you have your own void scent. Oh.
Is that Heidelin's crystal?
Oh. Dude, it's a shard of us. It's totally gonna be a shard of us, isn't it? Or nope. Maybe? It's the girl from the trailer.
But how?
Unless our shard changes gender, maybe? I don't know. It's an anime.
The light just now. Of course. And thus I am returned.
Oh no, she's cute.
Returned. Who are you?
I was once bound to the man named Xenos. His avatar, until you killed him.
Avatar, as in the void-sent servants of Reapers. In the name of his hunt, Xenos took up that traditional Garlean art. And through it, he forged a covenant with a being of the void to lend him strength.
Covenant? A curse, more like. He stole my power. There was no equity in the arrangement.
That's different. The void scent you do as the Reaper quest line is like a bargain.
My very essence was altered. Twisted into a tool to serve his desires.
That sounds like Xenos, though. That sounds on brand. That sounds on brand.
Your previous appearance. This is your true form, then.
Perhaps, perhaps not. What does it matter?
Indeed, it doesn't. Regardless of your form, you are a void sent by nature. So answer me this. Are you our enemy too?
Right to the point, Estinian.
In this world, only a fool would attempt to devour a stronger being. And though it was as an avatar, I lost you once, I have no desire to lose again.
Good enough for me.
Now, you will answer me a question. Xenos called you friend. That's what you are? A friend?
Again, friend is a... friend is a word. It is a word that describes something. Strictly speaking, I'm bacon. Yep. Whatever Xenos may have said, I wasn't his friend, or not to you, at least not yet. Oh, kind of flirty. Little flirty with the void scent. I love the Final Fantasy meme is always that there are all these weird, hideous creatures and enemies that you fight in this game, but then they have a transformation a la Dragon Ball style. Like I just said with the void scent here, it's the oh no, he's hot. Yeah. I kind of like the not to you, at least not yet. But also introducing myself as bacon sounds kind of good too. I kind of like that. Because I don't. This is too rude. Whatever Xenos may have said, I wasn't his friend. Not for my character. Like we got along. It was like colleagues at work that work in different departments that you see every fortnight or so, that you have a rapport with and some water cooler conversation with, but you never actually ever went over to their house to share GameCube games. We weren't enemies, but I don't think we were friends. We didn't, trade Dragon Ball tapes when they were on VHS or anything like that. That's like pure friendship. I like the at least not yet. Could be interesting. Doesn't say I'm not Xenos' friend either.
So, you're not a friend?
Well.
Then... what is it? What is a friend?
How long has the 13th been gobbly-goobled that she would be so detached from this understanding of what a friend is? I don't know. Asked a question, didn't answer, and then just walked by. That's right, Ishtola. What? Also, why is everything here so damn big? Uh-oh. Is Golbez watching? I am assuming Golbez is watching all this play out. That would only make sense. When I served Xenos, my mind was shrouded in haze, but one thing was always clear, his obsession with the friend. What the word means, I do not know exactly. I only know that it referred to you and that yours was an important existence. I assume the dungeon was reserved for those intended for the mistress's consumption. 'Tis fortunate that we came here when we did, faithful even. Xenos' avatar, huh? What are the odds? We still know little about her, but from now, I'm glad we found someone who can do more than moan for ether. True. As one might have expected, as much as one might expect the unexpected, I doubt any of us could have foreseen this turn of events. She seems different from other void sent, at least those we've met, and the change we witnessed, I suspect, is due to our crystal purging the excess darkness in her. Mother Heidelin's crystal purged the darkness? Even so, she still harbors a great deal of darkness, and I'm very keen to hear what she can tell us about herself and about her world. I know, like, taking the cookies would be funny, but we don't need any of this food. We'll just take some silver pieces for the Doman Enclave. Yeah. So Y'shtola should have new dialogue. While the language of this world is similar to ours, it is her covenant with Xenos that should ensure we can understand one another. The magic for summoning Void Scent also facilitates communication, you see. Without this component, a mage would struggle to make his mind known to his servant. This one has a full panel here, so it's going to have cutscenes in it. Like every other quest in Final Fantasy XIV. Now it's where everything begins. The dark-robed Voidsent regards you questioningly. Okay. So I doubt you came to the dungeon by pure chance. What is it that you're after? We're looking for a Voidsent with whom we could converse, in the course of which we learned of you. We are visitors to this world and know little and less of its workings and ways. We will be grateful if you could tell us about it, about yourself. So it's information you seek. That is correct. Also, is her scythe in the game, or is that new? Is that gettable? Simple and neat? I don't know if it's in the game right now. What do you offer for it? What are you, like a vampire? You want to suck on my elbow or something? I beg your pardon? Voidsent do not give unless we stand to gain. If you desire something, you pay the price. That is the sole rule in this world you call the Void. That makes sense. Pray forgive our ignorance. But what would be acceptable as payment? I suspect that such coin as we carry has no value here. Yeah, Voidsent crave one thing alone, ether. In return for information, I offer you mine. Just not all of it, mind you. I still have need of my life. Y'shtola's gonna let her suck on her elbow or something? Just nibble out some ether? Nom 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 nom. Very well, I will tell you no more than you can afford to pay. This is Y'shtola again, sacrificing her ether. She did this back in the last 2 expansions. Then we have a bargain. Don't I have the most ether? Wouldn't it be easy enough for me? I'm the juiced up protagonist of this entire story. Wouldn't, like a little prick of my pinky finger would be enough to satiate her for like forever? If we're talking about the Void, let's do it outside. Come with me. Okay. We can walk back outside now. Or, I mean, run back outside. Little Aqua Veil action there for you. Little Divine Benison. Hey, you guys want one of these? There you go. Kaboom! Have some Liturgy of the Bell. You guys want? There you go. That's for you. Yeah, I mean, you gotta sit out here by this awesome view, huh? You needn't worry for me. My life force is a small price to pay for the knowledge, or for her knowledge. And I'll recover it quickly enough once we've returned home. Okay. Seems like an easy bargain, then. We cannot allow Y'shtola to bear the burden alone. When next opportunity arises, I will offer my own ether. Dragon ether. Their one rule is no different from that of many in our own world. It's those like Alphino who are a rare breed. True. Alphino just does things very pro bono a lot of the time. Doesn't ask for anything in exchange.
This is where I belong. My home. This endless darkness you call the Void. There was once light here, and it shone its warmth upon creation. The lands were green and the seas were blue. Life flourished. Before the war, the Contra Memoria.
The Contra Memoria. I played Contra before. Is anything like Contra?
It must have been a terrible war indeed.
It shattered the balance, causing darkness to engulf the world. All life was transformed into monstrosities, Voidsent. We are the natural order now.
As light begat sin eaters, darkness begat void scent.
The sun was driven from the sky as fleeting day yielded to endless night. In time, even land and sea lost their distinction. And though the spark of reason had died in us, driven by memory's shadow, we formed factions and carved out domains. This castle, for instance, its erstwhile lord must have abided in such a place once upon a time.
If I may, the darkness in you is too much for any man to harbor. To my eyes, you are indeed a void scent. Yet your knowledge of the past and your demeanor mark you apart from your brethren. You are different. That much is plain. But in what way, I am unsure.
As you say, I am void scent, but only in part. The darkness touched my mother when the war had only just begun, when I was still in the womb. As a child, I looked like any other, but darkness coursed through me, and I ceased to age when I'd become a woman grown. But that was then. And now, I may as well be one in full. I prey on the weak and serve the strong. I live to survive. Nothing more.
Forgive me. 'Twas not my intent to pry. I realize, too, that I have neglected to ask your name.
True.
As we say mortal, you may call me void scent.
Well, that's more like an adjective, though.
That is liable to cause confusion. If you are not averse, we would address you by your true name.
And call me what you will. I care not.
Do we get to pick her name? There's no way.
How about Zero?
Mega Man reference in my Final Fantasy XIV?
Meaning nothing. A name as fitting as any.
So she knows the definition of zero, but she doesn't know the definition of the word friend? Come on. What is happening here?
No, not nothing, but rather a beginning. For it remains to be seen what you will become to us.
As I said, I care not. Zero, then.
I don't know if that reaction means you care not. I think you're a little embarrassed. You just got given a name. How long has it been since someone addressed you as a name and you weren't just out here going like, I'm gonna eat your ether? That's cool. Here's to a fruitful partnership, or I think it's a nice name. Yeah.
A name is a string of sounds. Its meaning has no bearing on my nature.
All right. She's going to be cold and dark and brooding and edgy, and she's going to slowly lighten up and to be a great character, and, you know, patches and next expansion from now or whatever. Unless she gets eaten and she's just the MacGuffin for this story right now and then she dies. We don't know. That could be Final Fantasy XIV as well.
Well, Zero, while there is no end to the questions we could ask, it is only fair that we tell you our purpose in coming here.
Mm-hmm.
We are searching for a dragon. One who came to your world long ago.
A dragon?
Do you know the meaning of a dragon? And zero, but not friendship?
Yes. Ashdaya is
Oh.
her name, and she is my sister. If you have any knowledge of her, I beg you share it with us.
And before that's Ashdaya as a blob. Or it's Golbez.
Did you say something?
Varshawn immediately thinks that that hissing, garbled noise was Estinian. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds like Estinian. Yeah.
No.
I thought I heard a voice as well.
So dumb.
The keening of void scent, perhaps.
Right. No one else seems to be nearby. Perhaps it was a trick of the wind. If not, is out of the ordinary. I should like to hear more from Zero. I can't imagine there are many part void scent like her who remember the world as it was. We may have subdued the void scent here, but I doubt they'll remain that way. Remain vigilant. Beginning, a curious notion in a world where all has come to an end. I suppose so. I don't think her armor is anywhere in the game either. It's all new. It'll show up on the Mog station, I'm sure, in some part due time. I must say we are rather exposed here. Perhaps we should continue our conversation within the castle. The throne room is defensible, given its few points of ingress. Let us head back there. Moving wasn't part of the bargain. I'll comply, but I expect my payment promptly. Moving? Like walking around? I mean, it all takes ether, right? It all takes energy. And she probably isn't suffuse with the stuff, so okay. You shall have it as soon as we've arrived. It just blasts her in the face with like a flare 3 or something, I don't know. But to go back to the keep. Which again, this is just so you can explore and take screenshots, I suppose. Even though you should be able to access this place whenever you want. It is kind of like padding to make you just run back and forth, kind of, but you are in control of your character, and it has to. A lot of the MSQ cutscene parts are rather lengthy in just talking sequences, so they have to give you back control of your character now and then. Otherwise, you're just standing still watching movies for hours. This table is awfully low to the ground, and the fact that these are regular sized chairs makes you think that those things are statues in the other room. But it's strange due to the fact that other stuff here is very large for some reason. Like the scope and scale is much bigger than it would be for our sized peoples. Who put all these candles around you on the floor? Oh. Is she gonna challenge us? We have to like fight her? Is that how we get more combat? Where she needs to absorb? I feel eyes on us. Stay alert. Yeah, all these damn statues. All appears unchanged here. I will see to the payment, and then we may ask Zero what she knows about Ashdaya. Upon proceeding, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view all scenes in their entirety. In addition, you will be required to participate in battle. Your progress will be saved at certain points. In the event you are defeated, you'll be able to try again for the most recent of these. Please note that if you enter battle associated with other quests or log out from the game, this progress will be lost. I level 620. Holy crap. I think we'll do this as Gunbreaker. Maybe, I guess. We're locked eye level wise in here, right? Do I have? Oh, we're not eye level locked right now. We'll do this as Gunbreaker, just something different. Or no, wait, I can't. I don't have. I'd have to move this button real quick. Because that'll still be the same. That'll be the same. New patches, some of the button stuff I have to change around again, so maybe we won't. I don't want to do it as a healer though, because I have no buttons as a healer. Like to vary up the combat or anything. Samurai it is. And that's lower eye level. I don't know if that'll be a problem. It'll make it more challenging, that's for sure. I still have Kaiten on my bars down here. The food buff? Let's do it. Yes. Because it's not going to sync me up.
This place is as good as any. Let me have the ether now.
Such a weird exchange.
Very well.
Ah.
You're mine.
Oh. He's just not dead.
That I should miss my mark.
Well, you said something before you came out of stealth. Kind of ruins the whole surprise attack when you say something.
That fiend again? But we struck it down. Watched it die.
Fools. Death doesn't exist in this world. And I am free to return whensoever I please.
Death doesn't exist. Of course, in the first, the power of light, of passivity, prevents life from emerging in the empty. But in the 13th, the power of darkness, of activity, prevents life from finding rest, even should soul be separated from flesh.
Okay.
So unless one's essence is absorbed by another, it is possible to return again and again.
Oh, so Zero's gonna eat Scarmiglione, probably. You undressing Varshan with your eyes?
Your ether. It is reminiscent of that creature's. Ah, my mouth waters at the memory.
Oh.
What?
That's it?
I must devour you too. Yes, I must. Ye drifting souls, by my power be reborn!
What? King Kong?
If it's another death they want, I say we give it to them.
If you could lend us a hand, we'd be much obliged.
That you would. But you already owe me a debt, and until you make good on it, I won't lift a finger.
Just eat all their ether then. You goober.
We'll speak after you've won. But know that if you lose, I'll help myself to your ether.
Oh, yeah, of course, wonderful.
That a bothersome duty should deliver to me this lavish feast.
I already beat you once, though. Sorry, I'm going through puberty still. My voice was cracked.
Come, struggle with all your might. It will make you that much richer and tastier.
I'm not sure that's how that works. What do I know about consuming people's essence? Nothing, I guess. Alright, so much for only tank and healer gameplay. Oh, I am synced to 620. Weird. Thought it was gonna be harder.
Every soul in this domain serves me now. Come, feast upon their flesh.
The castle answers his call. We do well to break up this feast quickly.
That's the plan.
These guests on their way.
That one will be done here quickly enough. Oops. Wrong target.
Behold the power of the Archfiend of Earth!
Who's the what's now? Oh.
He hastens their regeneration.
We are deathless!
Woo!
You cannot defeat that which cannot die!
South Park reference? Oh, we got some soaks going on. I already went to AoE. The other guy got...
Slaughter all you.
Yeah, well, we can't fight you because you're outside the bounds of the arena, cheater.
Our foe has too great an advantage.
Oh, not really.
We need to drag him out of this damnable feast.
True.
Quickly, stand together.
I kept moving. Stand together keeps moving.
There's no end in sight. A retreat may be in order.
No, Zero's gonna jump in and be like, ether, I'll just have this stuff. Yum, yum, yum. Yep. Let's do it.
When will you learn? No matter what you do, you cannot hope to win.
My brain went right to Moulin Rouge there for a moment.
You never know until you try, and I'm always happy to experiment.
Sassy.
Zero! Is there no way to stop them from coming back?
Yeah, eat Scarmiglione.
There is, but I have no reason to share it with you.
Oh, not yet. We're gonna melt that icy heart. Do you realize you're now in an anime where all the quote-unquote villains become good guys or die? There's only two outs for anime villains. You either become like a Vegeta character, where you're like a reluctant good guy, kind of anti-hero-ish, or you're dead. So I mean, pick. You should get two options. Which one should you gotta pick?
You know, Zero, you do owe us for one thing.
Oh no. Get her with the pretense. We cleansed her.
Your name.
Oh, I mean, that also makes sense. But does she care
You'll
about
have
it?
your promised ether, but we are owed compensation for your name.
Kinda.
A name for which I did not ask.
Got you on a technicality there, Y'shtola.
But that I nevertheless did accept.
Oh gosh. Yeah, she's got the blue aura. It's the scene from the cutscene. From the trailer. Oh, is she gonna eat that? How do you eat that?
They've been crystallized.
Reaper crystallization? That isn't the thing that I can do. I feel like I should have been Reaper for this.
Well now, that's quite the trick.
Okay. They turn into void cucumbers.
Satisfied?
I mean, you didn't tell us anything. You just kind
Completely.
of...
Come, my friends. With Zero's aid, we can defeat him.
Can I change jobs real quick?
What is this? What have you done?
Now that I think on it, you owe me a debt as well. You may have missed your mark, but I won't miss mine.
Bloodborne energy intensifies. Also 5-man party. Hacks. Exploits. Yep, 5-man party.
However incurred, a debt is a debt. I will repay it here and now.
She can turn void scent into crystal.
What is this power?
I don't know. Good question.
You will tremble before my truth, strength.
They kind of hurt. Oh, it broke the whole terrain.
Attend to the minions first.
How though?
Be gone.
Oh, is she going to... Oh, okay. That's the knockback, though. Right? I don't know if you can immune it. Oh, I immuned it. Okay. Wasn't a full zone knockback.
Trickery will not save.
Definitely more HP, I think.
Reinforcements.
Higher eye level.
This will hurt.
Impressive.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if you could sidestep it. You could not. A spoiler alert, you could not.
Pathetic. Useless.
That might work. Maybe.
Enough. Enough.
Only half HP. Zero is
Cannot win without Zero.
frozen.
Help her.
Oh, Shadowbringer's dungeon. Well, I can't run. Oh. Still casting. A moment. There you go.
Another debt to repay.
That was the wrong order of operations there. Whatever. I haven't played Samurai in a little while. Does that count as a debt to repay?
If I must deal with
You saved your not life?
I'll kill you all.
I guess kind of.
Finally getting serious, are we? Very well. Let us return the favor.
Little Medica 1? What the heck? What year is it? He's all turned around now. Similar mechanics to the boss fight, in this phase anyway. Oh, whoops, I'm stupid. Brain rot. Oh, you turn into a zombie if you hit 3 times? Okay, I'm learning. I didn't know what they did.
This place will be your grave.
Ah! My positionals.
Magic! We must stop him now!
Ooh.
Everyone, to me.
What the hell? Dragon shell? He is a dragoon.
Give it everything you've got.
I'm trying, but my positionals? Oh, he just keeps spamming it. Wait, Oganami Kiri? Yo! I just came off cooldown. I may have messed the gameplay up, but whatever. Oh!
Fools! Do not think you have defeated me. I will return again and again.
Did you not see what just happened to everyone else?
What? My flesh? Why won't it heal? What is the meaning of this? To seal ether in crystal. Memoria. But how? How can you have this power?
Daughter of the Queen, maybe?
Death has no place in this world. We are beyond it. And yet... Ah, Lord Golbez, you have sent me to my doom. Curse you and your wretched flattery and this abominable fate.
Poof. The exact same as the other ones, though, so no defining factor. Oh! We still have the echo. That was still hinted at before. Oh, those are the four Furies. And there's Golbez.
You are welcome, seekers of might. I, Golbez, have called you four hither. I, who would see us triumph in the coming crusade. That I may entrust you with command of our armies.
Yes, but what of the promised gift?
In exchange for our loyalty, we are to feast on the finest ether.
And so you shall, for if you are to serve me, you must be strong.
Hmm?
Then honor the pact, and pray we are not disappointed.
Very well. Behold.
Aww.
The fiery wings, the savage horns. It pulses with life. Such vibrant ether.
I assume that's the sister.
This magnificent creature could only come from beyond the veil.
Indeed. Feast, my friends. Feast and arise as my four archfiends.
I guess Archfiends, not Furies. Furies might be a different boss line. It's true, though. His shoulder pads are weird.
As they are now, they can consume but a fraction of the dragon's ether.
Who are you talking to, Golbez? Yourself? Are you talking to us, the audience?
Just as well. The creature may yet serve other ends.
Corrupted dragon boss incoming? Is she the trial?
Are you all right?
The Void Sense essence remains, but it has been sealed away, transformed into crystal.
Memoria. Scarmiglione called them. I take it they are connected to the war of which you spoke.
Aye. Their use was central to the Contra Memoria, hence its name.
Okay.
And to my knowledge, the transformation is permanent.
Well. Until it's not.
I see. We thank you for coming to our aid.
I repaid a debt, and in doing so ensured that I receive my own due compensation, which I shall have now.
She hungry.
Yes, yes. I still have work to do. So I would thank you not to get carried away.
Why don't you just eat those? I don't know why she doesn't just like eat the ether of those guys. I guess she doesn't want void scent ether.
Ether is the coin of choice. I appreciate the simplicity.
That makes us even, I trust. Right then. When you picked up the crystal, you experienced a vision, did you not?
Yes. The lighting right here makes my face look very weird.
A dragon resembling a great worm. I dare to hope that it was Ashdaya.
I don't know what she looks like. You didn't tell us. Do you have a picture?
Even as it pains me to think she's been made to suffer.
For the ambitions of this Golbez.
We've been given much to consider. Let us take a moment to review what we know.
Okay. We vanquished one of Golbez's archfiends, but 3 remain, as troublesome as this one, I expect. I can't imagine. I guess they're gonna all be MSQ bosses. If Golbez has Ashdaya at his mercy, then we must find him. Hopefully Zero has knowledge that will aid us in our search. There is nothing like the aether of a living mortal. I haven't felt so satisfied since my return. Fair. That's probably why she wanted that, not void scent ether. In light of our recent experiences, I expect we all have questions. I trust Zero can answer some few of them. We should still be owed at least that much, I dare say. I like how the ground is still all junked up post our battle. That's cool. Because this is the second boss room where all the circles were. So, nice little detail there. Alright, what comes next?